Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I am going to get started on the power washing. So I've decided I'll start with the slats, so I'll try and get all of that done, the gates, all the metal, all that done today anyway. I also need to scrape out the pen after the cow the last day. I'm not going to be too worried about power washing that because hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'll have more cows in for AI, but I'll give it a scrape out and a quick spray down anyway. And then probably tomorrow or over the next couple of days, I'm going to tackle the tractor, the gator, the topper, the muck spreader, is the plan. So that'll keep me fine and busy. My dad was in here this morning already. You can probably see there he's after wetting the whole lot down. So hopefully it'll just come off a bit easier for me. Then later on we need to just move the cattle into a new field. I'll have to bring down an old bath then, so I'll have to throw on the forks and take the bath from the field just outside here and bring it down there, because obviously we haven't had enough rain to get the stream moving again. So I'll be drawing down water to them daily, which look isn't ideal, but it has to be done. They've got nearly all of it out of where they are now, so it's time to move them on. So that's the plan for this video anyway, and we'll see how much we get done. A lot of people say, oh, you should get the petrol one, they're the job. This thing is a beast. I absolutely love it. I think I've used it the past 3 years now, and it just does such a good job, and it just cuts through anything really. So obviously I have to mind my toes and all that, but yeah, this is the job. This is actually a monster of a job. I don't know why I thought I'd be able to do it in a day, because there is no way. So I've the first pen done, I've all the metal on the second pen done, and that is it. So, and I'm really sick of it already. So now I'm going to bring in the cow and give her injection that she's due, just to break it up, and then I need to put a wire up below before I move the cattle and things. I even scraped the pen to that just to get a break from the power washing. But yeah, I think I'll be doing it over the week really, to be honest. But in terms of doing the tractor and the gator and all the attachments, that's going to take the rest of the week without a doubt, because I just can't stick to it. I just can't. It is quite boring, but yeah, look, I'll show you my progress anyway as I go along. Now, I got her injected anyway, so that's her done. So look, hopefully now in a few days we'll see an improvement. She's not so bad anymore, thankfully, but still definitely a niggle there on her, but at least now she's gotten that. We'll see how she gets on. Still hasn't stopped raining, so I just went out, I threw on the coat and did it. So I'm going to go down now, see if I can see the other ones. I'm going to bring the tractor up because I still have the spreader on it. I thought I might spread before needing to put on anything else, but it's just not the way it panned out. I'm going to have to put the forks on to bring that bath down, and then I'll obviously have to fill up the IBC tank, bring the water down then, and then I'll have to take the forks off, put on the topper, top the place they come out of, I'll try and do that tomorrow as well. So yeah, actually I don't know, this power washing could go on for a while at this rate. Now I went in there for a cup of tea while the rain was heavy. It absolutely opened and I got drowned. So I said I'd go in, have a shower, cup of tea, and I ended up staying there for 2 hours. So now I really need to get going. But of course, just as I walked out, thunder and another shower. So look, I just have to plow on anyway. So I'm going to get the spreader off. Hopefully that's just a quick shower. I'll get the forks on. I have to fill up the tank, bring down the tank. No, bring down the bath first, then come back up, bring the tank down. I need to bring a reel down as well because we're going to section off that field. We're going to strip graze it just because although there's a lot of rushes in there, there's also a lot of grass in there. So we're going to strip graze it while we're at it. I need to bring down the battery fencer. Then we need to move the cattle. And that's it. Done for today. Hopefully. The birds destroyed it the last day when I forgot to cover it, but I gave a really good clean out the last day when I was done with it. So I just want to try and keep it that way. I'm going to have to sit here for a while because that rain is not stopping anytime soon. What do you call a tractor carrying a bath? A bathmobile. I know, I'm hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, I gotta get moving now. Delighted with that one. If the rain doesn't stop soon, I think this will actually have been a pointless exercise because there's going to be water in the stream. But anyway, I have it down here now and I have it just filling up there now. And once I'm done with that, I'll grab the reel and the pigtails from the top of it because I can't reach them now, and I'm going to fence off a section here. Anytime I go looking for pigtails, I can't find them. I had to take these out of the ditch. Now, they weren't needed where they were, but I don't know where they're all gone. I don't know what I do with them, to be honest. when I was coming down with the bath and the water tank, they were lying at the gate looking at me, ready to go. When I came down to move them, they're after going to the very end of the field. Typical. So gotta try and get them now. Hopefully they'll follow me up. They listen to my wail. Here they come now. Come on! Dad said he'd bring the gator and I said don't. It won't rain and they'll all come out no bother. So usually when I say that, the opposite happens. So I think we've got a window of 5 minutes here before it rains, so they'd want to be hurrying up, but they're all coming. Come on! They were actually very well behaved today, although they did need a little gentle persuasion to get out the gate. I thought they'd just walk out behind me, but they said no, or Norma said no, but I just slipped in around behind them and just pushed them out the gate, and in fairness they all went straight out, so happy days. Now I'm just here in the field that I moved them out of yesterday, so this year I'm just trying to be very disciplined in when I top, so I am trying to get it done either the next day or the day after when they're moved. So I said I'd get it done. I've the topper on. I'll show you a before and I'll show you an after, because I feel like all my videos lately are topping videos, but yeah, I suppose that's the time of year though, isn't it? So yeah, there's a lot of rush, a lot of those Ellistroms in here again. You'd swear I didn't top it at all. What was that? Can't be much more than 4 weeks ago, can it? I'd say not. And the place has just gone wild again. Now, in fairness, the grass grew quite well here too, but definitely not at the rate that the rushes and the Ellistroms did. But anyway, so yeah, I'll get this done. Hopefully it won't take too long. I want to knock a few of the thistles in the field where I've the 2 cows, the one that's in calf and the one with the twins, just because I don't want them spreading any more than they do already. So I'm just going to have it high enough in there and just knock the tops off those before they flower and spread. But other than that, then that'll be it for the topper for a few days anyway, I hope. A lot of people are saying to me, spray them, you know, I'm wasting my time with the topper. And look, first of all, we're not big fans of spraying here, to be honest. Yes, spraying is necessary in a lot of cases, and I know for me the topping is really just to give the grass a chance to grow up through them, and just so that they don't overrun the place. Now when it comes to reseeding, which look, we're hoping to start now next year, but when it comes to reseeding, of course everything will be sprayed and killed off before we go reseeding, because if we don't, it's just, we'll be back at square one within a year or two again. So we will be doing it then, but right now we're going to hold off on the spraying of the rushes and things. Yeah, considering getting a weed licker myself, but look, I'd have to do the spraying course as well. I haven't that done, so I'd have to look into doing that as well, because otherwise, you know, you're just paying fellas to come again and it's all money out. Of course, it'll be the initial investment of the equipment, but look, like the topper, I suppose they do pay for themselves after a year or so. So yeah, especially with the amount of topping I'd be doing anyway, and probably bloody weed licking as well. But yeah, look, that's the reason why we don't do it at the moment anyway, you know, because I think people are very curious as to why won't you just bloody spray them. But that's the reason why, all in good time now, you know, hopefully within 5-6 years we'll have most of the place reseeded. Look, that's all going good. If we can make a bit of money to put back into it, that will be the plan anyway. But I'll get going here. The rain has stopped briefly, which makes it a bit easier. I don't have a window wiper on the 135, so it can be difficult to see out at times when it's raining. So I'll take advantage of this dry spell anyway, and I'll show you how I get on. That's the topping done there now anyway. It started to absolutely lash rain. It was another one of those kind of thunderstorms, but look, I got it done just in time there really. In fairness, I was surprised by how little rain came in on me in the 135. I must have just been going in the right direction, but I've that field done, and I have the thistles topped where the 2 cows are. They're gas. They didn't even get up. I just topped around them and they just stayed there chewing the cud, just watching me go around, probably wondering what I was at. So they're perfectly content in there anyway. So yeah, that's the topping done. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow now after work with a couple more bits. Just up here now this evening driving a few posts again, so we've decided to strip graze it just to try and stretch it as much as we can, and hopefully by the time we get up to the top there'll be a bit more grass for them, but things are very tight up here, so we're going to have to decide what we do by the time we get them up to the top here. So we could go into the top of the field next door, but we'd rather keep it for silage. If we can keep that for silage, we'd be in a really, really good position for bales, I hope, because that's more than we had initially said we'd use. But I don't know if we're going to get enough out of here. So obviously we're going to have good regrowth in these weather conditions, and it is a big field. You can see it stretches the whole way up there, and it's the whole way down there as well. So it is a decent size, but they're getting through it considering there's only 6.5 mouths here, because look, the grass just, it's not coming quick enough there above. So yeah, we're just trying to stretch it. We'll see what we do. I wanted to do posts the entire way up this evening, but the pole chainsaw and hedge cutter isn't working. I don't know what's wrong with it. Dad's going to have to bring it in. It's just not rotating or whatever. So that kind of put a halt to our gallop there. Dad's just below cutting a few briars and stuff, and I'm going to move the wire up another bit here now. Hopefully we'll get that fixed and I can get rid of that tomorrow, because it's encroaching so much on the field up there. It's just an absolute waste of space, and we want to run the wire up closer to the ditch. So hopefully I'll get that sorted before I need to move the wire again, and no harm done. But yeah, that's it for up here for now anyway. We've more or less dodged most of the showers. It was only light showers. We were out late this evening because the thunder and lightning was unbelievable. So we said we'd hold out for that. So yeah, that's it here. I'm just up here to finish the day off by checking on these guys. So I gave them the rest of the field earlier and they seem to have filled their bellies because they're down here already. I have Sheehan here pestering me for rubs, but yeah, I've the whole place fenced along up behind me, you can see there. So I've all the stakes driven. So really I'll come back and take a bit more off the hedge. But other than that, I just need to put a wire up and just make that a permanent fence, and it'll just make it a lot easier when I want to strip graze it even later in the year now. I'll just be able to hook the reel across it. So that's good to have that done anyway. The shed is not finished. I haven't touched it. Rob did the 2 other pens for me, but I haven't done the calving pen or the passage. I'll try and do it next week, but look, it'll be a work in progress. If I get to it, I get to it, and if I don't, I don't. But it will be done by the end of the summer anyway, and to be honest, I'd nearly be inclined to get the tractor and things done before it if I can. But that's it for now anyway. I'll leave it there for today. Thanks again for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.